What's up, everybody? I'm John Middlekauff. You know what I need you to do. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We got content for days reacting to every NFL game all the time, every single day. Subscribe, like the videos. Let's go. The Rams, to me, they're a little more like an NBA team that's been top heavy. Now they're getting better. They've drafted really well the last couple of years, so they've had the youth movement. But like when Stafford's on, they become a really, really good team. And when he's off, I mean, people sometimes talk about the Rams. I've been saying this for like a month. Like they were then some 12 and 13 win juggernaut these last couple of years. Like they've won 10 games. You know, I mean, Seattle had the same record as them. It's just Sam Darnold, threw that touchdown in the corner of the end zone late in the season and ended their playoff hopes. But I mean, if that guy drops it or Sam trips, Seattle wins the division. So I think the Rams are a massive wild card. If you tell me Stafford plays 17 games in the back, no big deal. It's like, okay, Puka's going to get 100 catches. 15 touchdowns. If you tell me Jimmy Garoppolo starts 12, it's like, this could get weird.
It really could. And Stafford is the linchpin. Like everything, that team is going to go where the quarterback play goes. And yes, I mean, like, dude, like if Jimmy G makes starts, then it's also like, do we go back to the Devontae Adams, like cussing him out on the sideline by throwing hospital balls? Like that's firmly in play too. But if Stafford's healthy, and I think there's the two big question marks from that team and the range of outcomes is Stafford's health. And back injuries just scare the ever-loving bejesus out of me, man. Like where it's like, you got an epidural, you're like feeling okay enough to practice. How are you feeling at week 6 when the hits start piling up and that aged body and that back starts barking at you and it's hard to even get out of bed when it comes
week
to
6, bro? They open with Houston. I mean, what if he gets leveled in that game?
I mean, if you're D'Amico Ryans, you're just going to blitz the ever-loving crap out of them and say, okay, O-line, hope you can hold up because we're bringing the heat, baby. But yes, like this is an 11 or 12 win team. If Stafford is healthy and the secondary can hold up, because you got a huge question marks there. Can Akello Witherspoon? He's awesome when he's on the field. His entire career he's been unable to stay healthy. So it's like, they're another wide range of outcomes. Like I have some NFC West.
Do you have any Jimmy G belief?
Oof. I mean, enough to run the offense, but like he's a floor pick. Like you're just hoping like he doesn't get any of your wide receivers just absolutely decapitated over the middle if he's playing, and you probably go run heavy, and that's what we see, like them lean on the run game, and it goes like conservative, but. I'll kind of tie some things together here, Middlekauff, before we wrap all this up. Like, do you think the Rams, there's a non-zero chance? Like, could they trade for Anthony Richardson, seeing as we're talking about a trade?
Yeah, to me, I think Anthony Richardson is in play for all the good, sweet offensive coaches.
Agreed.
Like, Sean Payton would not be interested because he's got a young quarterback, but Andy Reid, obviously Sean McVay, the Bills wouldn't fit that model. The Ravens with Lamar, it's like Anthony Richardson's a backup now, so you don't even need to worry about him. Like you're just on the side grinding with you. Yeah, I think 100%. Now he's a value. Like, can I get you for like a 5th or 6th rounder? Like I don't see any of these teams giving up anything because when you were the 4th pick, you do make some money as well. But the first 2 names that came to my mind were Andy Reid and Sean McVay because we're not even worried about you playing, and I just. When we got a little downtime during the week, we're working with you on the side. We're just kind of messing with you. But I do think financially, the more and more I've thought about it, it's a little complicated because when you're the 4th overall pick, it's it's like $7, $8, $9 million. What's he in year 3 now? It gets a little higher as it's not like he's the 20 like Jaxson Dart's contract and his contract are dramatically different.
Agreed.
Right? It's like what we saw with Jerry Jones. I also think people look back at Jerry Jones trading for Trey Lance a 4th. It's like, God, that was a lot, because that was a mistake.
That's a lot of Jerry trades. Worse. He just spins those forts like they're going out of business, like for Trey Lance.
So to me, what's the value on Anthony Richardson? Like, could they even get a 5th? I mean, that's
5th or like a pick swap, like Richardson and a pick swap for a 5th. I mean, that kind of feels about right.
Or maybe again, I got a guy that I'm going to cut that you want. I trade you a player.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Like, he wouldn't go. And listen, people are like, well, the Colts missed. It's over. So you just have to remove them. There's no value coming back. You drafted them 4th overall. It failed. There is no value there.
Yeah, you're not getting the equity back on that.
No. So I could see definitely Sean McVay and Andy Reid were the two guys that I thought of. But I guess the Ravens, from a scheme standpoint, maybe because a lot of people liked him coming out, right?
Yeah.
But like you said, we sometimes we have enough evidence, like we can't just view what we viewed whenever the guy was drafted 3 years later. Like a lot's changed. The rivalries, the marching bands, the upsets, Saturdays just got way more fun. College football is back, baby. Think you know the game? Put your college football knowledge to the test with DraftKings Sportsbook and turn your picks into big payouts. Live betting during the game, rivalry week odds boosts, and so much more. DraftKings Sportsbook has you covered. Here's the thing. There is no bigger game than Saturday morning. Texas, Ohio State. I understand Arch has never started a big game. Played a couple last year, but never anything like this. Ohio State lost a ton of guys to the draft. I think this Texas team, if Arch lives up to the hype, poised to win an Natty, I'm taking Texas. I know it's at the shoe. I know it's a tough environment. I just think, as Earl Woods used to tell Tiger Woods, let the legend grow. That's what I would tell Arch Manning. Go win this game, cover that spread, money line, let the legend grow. And here's something special for first-timers, new customers. Bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use the code John. That's code John for new customers to get $300 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. In partnership with DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours. Well, this time of year, there's a lot going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, you guys look at it like I look at it. Spend so much time, press conferences, training camp reports, knowing what and what not to balance when it comes to preseason action. I just was looking at your Twitter. It's hard not to get excited when you watch Jaxson Dart play.
Oh yeah,
right. But you got to factor in from a fantasy standpoint is like, when is Jaxson Dart going to play? And I was texting with someone the other day. I remember. I don't know if you remember this, but the Raiders, they signed Matt Schaub, and it's like he was going to be the starting quarterback for Dennis Allen. And they drafted Derek Carr in the second round. Now, it was pick 35, so it's a couple, 7-8 spots later in Jaxson Dart. He played so well in the preseason, it was like, what are we doing? And he got to start right away. So we're recording this on August 22nd. I would never say never with this stuff. He's not going to have to announce it right for another week and a half. But do you think something like that, how do you approach like Jaxson Dart? Because if you tell me he's a starter, I know their schedule's hard, but why couldn't he throw 25 touchdowns this year, right?
Oh, absolutely. And plus he's going to add the equity with his legs. We saw that in college and in the preseason. So I see the problem is Middlekauff is like, looking at their schedule, it's like, where's the easy spot where you lean him in? And then they don't have a bye week until week 14. So it's like, if you're going to toss the guy in, you're probably just going to have to toss him into the deep end. Now, I will say, I do think this comes down to two big factors. One, it's going to be how does Russ play? I think he's going to start the year as a starter where we're at right now, because Russ didn't look like he fell on his face. But looking at their schedule, I just keep looking at week 11 versus the Green Bay Packers. Like, it seems like a really good spot to ease Jaxson Dart in. Now, the problem with all of this, and you know this as well as I do, is now that Jaxson Dart played well in the preseason, if Russ doesn't start off great and if this schedule gets the better of the Giants, how fast in that type of media climate do we start hearing all the calls for Jaxson Dart to be playing?
Would never last that long.
Exactly. Yeah. I agree because the media is going to go after it immediately as soon as Russ falters at all.
And you look really the quarterbacks for the most part over the last couple of years, like Bo Nix immediate starter, Caleb immediate starter, Drake May should have been, but ended up playing 12 games. The Penix things was weird. I would say in most scenarios, a guy with his resume would have been an immediate starter, but they had just given Cousins $90 million.
Yep.